I've noticed a common theme when I talk to people on my Skype consultations, and I thought that it might benefit everyone else watching. And the common theme that I find over and over again, and it was with myself, is worrying about the future, worrying about what you're doing with your life, worrying about where you're going to be in the next 5 years, and just constantly being in a cycle of worrying where you're going to be and pushing yourself. Because, I can't get here if I'm staying still and trying to rest. I need to, be doing something. I need to be pushing myself to, get to where I want to be. And what usually happens is you push, you crash, you're depressed, you realize you need to rest up, you start resting up, you start worrying about the future, what you're going to do, you push again. And it's just a constant cycle, and it just prolongs this illness much longer than it needs to be. And I'm going to talk about this more on my channel, but I'm going to sort of delve into society's values, life in general. And we've been programmed from a very early age what is successful, what you're supposed to do with your life, what you should aspire to be. And I'm just going to kind of go into, if you stand back and look at society, the average health of the person, the average mental health of the person, the average happiness of the average person, most people are unhappy. Most people are not happy with the lives they have. And if you look at society from a environmental point, we are literally destroying the planet. So if society's not good for the planet, as it is right now in general, if it's not good for the average person in terms of their happiness, what are we doing? And I used to get into a worried state myself, because I think, oh my god, house prices, they're through the roof. You're looking at giving your whole life over for a mortgage and a house and a place to live. Oh my god, I'm not even started yet. I'm approaching 30, I'm already 24 or 23 or whatever age you are, and I would just be so concerned about making sure I got a good enough job to pay this mortgage to have a house over me, And I've just really started to think, let's say this life, from what we know, is the only life we live. And why on earth would you work in something you don't like until your 50s and 60s, paying off a mortgage just for a place to sleep? I'm not going to go too deep into the subject right now. I'm just making you try and question what society's all about. What is it to be human? What is it to be happy? What is life all about? And when I start talking to people on Skype and I start making them question, because a lot of these people, they come to me and they're very concerned about what people think of them. They're very concerned about getting validation from people they don't really care about. They want to look a certain way, they want to be a certain person, they want a good, successful job, because that is success in this society. You can look at people that work 80-hour weeks and they'll be on a lot of money, but they'll be depressed and alcoholic, but that's considered successful in this society. They can be a shit parent, they can be a shit, son or daughter, they can be just an unfunctioning human being that depends on drugs, depends on alcohol, is not successful in relationships, but if they are earning a good amount of money, they are at success in this society. You know what? I question society's values. I question what we value in this society. If it's detrimental to the average person's mental health, if it's detrimental to the planet, if it's detrimental to your mental health, what are we doing? So that's a little rant on something that I want to express more of in the future. I'm not sure even what this video was. Oh right, I was talking about people coming to me with this cycle of punishment for themselves for not achieving by society standards. And by punishing yourself, you're actually hating yourself for no reason really, because to get out of this illness, to get into a loving space with yourself, to heal yourself, you have to accept yourself for the situation you're in right now. And if you don't earn a lot of money, so what? Money is man-made. Money is something that we have been forced into, and it's something that is not by your own choosing. You've been born into this society. So to be born into this society and base your value off something that has nothing to do with you really, just question it a bit. And obviously it's very difficult. We live in a society where you need money and everything to, get along. But there are alternatives. There really are alternatives. I recently stayed with a community that lives off-grid just for a couple of days, and it really made me see things from a different perspective. You don't need to rent a house. You don't need to, earn loads and loads of money to live a good, decent life. And I'll express this in other videos, but basically in this video I just want to get to the point that just make sure you're not punishing yourself for values that aren't really truly something you've discovered yourself. I am getting to the point where my values are changing every month. Values I thought were mine were not mine. I value good parents. I value healthy individuals. I value happy individuals. I value things that are productive to this planet and to everyone that inhabits it. Those are things I value. If I see somebody that's working 80-hour weeks, that's dysfunctional, a dysfunctional person that's depending on stimulants, drugs, and is not somebody that gets along with people, I don't see that as successful. You may be earning 100 grand a year, but I don't see that as successful. I think that it's that viewing success as money is very poisonous in society, and it's why we value such, morally bankrupt things in this. You know what? I'll just break it there. I'll have a break, a timeout. I'll maybe revisit this in another video, but I'm just trying to say that a lot of people punish themselves on values that aren't even truly theirs, and it's toxic to yourself. I value myself on being able to help people. I value myself on being a healthy individual and working towards great health. I value myself on, being a good person. I value myself on working towards trying to make the world a better place. That's what I value. But yeah, just make sure you're not punishing yourself for values that aren't even yours. I think that's really important. I'll stop it there, but yeah, thanks for watching, guys. If you have any comments or anything, put it in the comment section below, and I'll see you next video.